sisakulento excitement, sisakulento yenjabulo, sisakulento yokuthi siwinile. Njengamanje ke bolisa singene ehora lesibili lohlelo lethu Ekhaya Jikelele. Hey, wambukeli, yazi ukuthi ke khona otheko siyambazali. Sicela niye ukuthandaza phambi kweingane. UEnzo ke Nkosi yami lapha ecrash kuthiwa uvele wathi uthisha, "Hey Enzo sicela usithandazele." UEnzo kuthiwa impela wathi, "Nkosi ngenelela kumendo wami, nansi indoda ingiphunyuka." Awo Enzo webakwethu umbukela igama lahleli Ekhaya Jikelele kanti elami nguNoxolo wakwamwale ihlaba ngaleli mhlophe qwa. Sibonga kakhulu ngokusuhlanganyela kanye nathi namhlanje kulesithathu ekseni sijabule si excited.
Yes, so lesithathu ekseni Wednesday ngubani iYCW yakho. Leliphi nina olityunga bayi namhlanje mnandi sityumba mna ndiye yami kanti ke mbukeli ngoku singena kwi-Yure yethu yesibini. Ukuba ke usandongena hey uphosiwe kodwa ke ungabi naxhala kusekuninzi siniphathele kona. Usibamba ke sele sisesinqeni senkqubo kodwa ke ungaxhalabi kaloku singena eso singumongo nondoqo wovimba wethu nto leyo ke ethi sele sikhaphele ezipalini ngokuyinene ngoku idinga ke sele silenzile ke kwaye okwethu ngoku kukuthobela elodinga sandule sixhobise ngokuqhubekayo ezweni khona ukuze uzoqala usuku lwakho usazi ndimla ke ukholosaka lubisi unonkanyezi umadlongothi mazipha umamshukuma ozondwa ngezakhe izinto ayezomnye umuntu bukeli masijonge eziphala phambili kule Yure.
The fight back may also focus on our domestic politics and our electoral outcomes in order to pursue a regime change agenda.
Iqembu elibusayo kulelizwe i-African National Congress luphothulile umhlangano walo owaziwa ngelihutla. Kulo mhlangano ke iqembu elibusayo lisuke lizama ukuqhamuka namasu angalekeleli ukuthi kuxazuleke inkinga eyibhekene nezwe. Uphathuliwe izolo umhlangano we-ANC owaziwa ngelihutla nokuwumhlangano obubanjelwe eBedford Hotel eBoksburg kusukela ngomsombuluko. I-African National Congress ivumile ukuthi wenzile amaphutha kule minyaka engamashumi-amathathu iphethe intambo zombuso yakubalula ukuthi ibhekene nezingqinamba zokungakwazi ukuhlinzeka ngendlela izidingo zomphakathi. Ayisalanga ke ngaphandle inkohlakalo ukubhozonyelwa kombuso kanye njenge nezinye izingqinamba ezikhona. I-ANC ibamba lo mhlangano nje akusenze ukuzatshwala kubheka okhethweni likazwelonke nonyaka. Ilungu le-ANC ePhalamende umsebenzi Zwane ulahlwe yicala lokungayiphathi ngendlela efanele nenesithunzi.
Ithuba lokuqala likaMusebenzi Zwane lokucela uxolo ibingomhla wokuqala kuMeyi wonyaka ophelileyo kwakhona ngomhla wesithandathu kuSeptemba kulonyaka ophelileyo bekulindeleke ukuba axolise ngokwakhe kwindlu yowiso-mthetho ngokophula inkqubo yendlela yokuziphatha ezizithyolo zinxulumene nokubanjwa ngobhongwane kukarhulumente nosapho lwakwaGupta.
I do not plead guilty to the charge. And when I was at the airport, my flight was delayed, and I indicated by way of SMS that I might have problems in terms of arriving on time.
Okhokhelela ubungqina uyanaba.
This letter of these lawyers attaches a picture here of you in hospital. This letter does not indicate when did this picture get taken, and I would argue that it must be rejected because it's not credible.
Ilungu leParlamente kwibhodi livumile ukuba uZwane akenzanga nzame zaneleyo zokuchaza ukungabikho kwakhe.
Instead of him coming back to the chief whip, to the speaker, to explain his situation, he went straight to the lawyers. What was the reason for him to go to the lawyers instead of coming back to Parliament and explain his situation?
Isohlwayo esithe sawiswa kukucuthwa komvuzo wenyanga enye ngeepesenti ezingama-50. uZwane ucele ukuba kuphinde kuqwalaselwe ukucuthwa komvuzo.
Part of things that I have to pay, including school fees for the kids and stuff like that will suffer. And I honestly believe the sanction is a bit harsh, and I would want to request that it be looked into.
Kodwa amalungu eParlamente athi izohlwayo zifanelekile kwaye ayakuxhasa oku.
Abatyholwa babaphembeleli bodushela ngo-2021 bajamelene namatyalo okubulala nobunqolobi babuyele kwinkundla ephakamileyo yaseThekwini izolo. Ababini kubatyholwa abayi-65 bebengekho kwiinkqubo zenkundla, omnye efake iphepha likagqirha logama ke inkundla ikhuphe isigunyaziso sokuvalelwa komnye. Ityala lokubulala linqamene nesityholo sokuba umrhanelwe ucebe iyelekenqe lokubulala uChief Justice Raymond Zondo emva kokubanjwa kwayisakuba ngumongameli uJacob Zuma iinyanga ezili-15 ngokudelela inkundla. Ngokwalo ke kuvele phambi kwekomishoni yokuhlatywa okanye yokuhlatywa ngemibuzo yokubanjwa kwelizwe ngobhongane ehlalelwe nguZondo.
Abamangalelwa bangu-65 baphakathi kweminyaka ngu-29 no-62, iningi labo ngelakwaZulu Natali kanti abanye abase-Gauteng nase-Free State. Libhekene noxhaxha lwamacala kuhlanganisa netulo lokuqumba phansi umbuso elokususa uthuthuva emphakathini netulo lokubulala. Umbuso uthi bonke laba baboshwa ngabhande linye ngokuthi kusukela ngomhla ka-8 kuya 15 kuNtulikazi ngonyaka u-2021 bahlanganisa itulo lokuphazamisa umnotho nokucekela phansi inqalasizinda. Uqhubeka umbuso uthi abaseka lo engumengameli ngaphambilini uJacob Zuma kuhlanganisa nabamangalelwa becanulo ukuboshwa kwakhe bavuka umbhejazana badala uthuthuva bayitapela nokudla ezitolo ngemuva okuhlela okwakwenzeke einkundleni zokuxhumana WhatsApp.
The conspiracy to commit murder has to do with basically the judgment that was made with regards to the former president and the events that unfolded thereafter.
Umbuso ukholwa ukuthi abamangalelwa bazojeziselwa izono zabo.
And we intend on putting our best case forward, and in the hope that we will win the case entirely. At the end of the day, it is the presiding officer, which will be the judge in this case, that will rule on that, but the state is hopeful that we will be successful in this case.
Abamangalelwa babili bakabathola abameli kulindele ukuthi lolu daba libuyele enkantolo enkulu yaseThekwini ngasekuqaleni kukaMbasa. Eindabeni za SABC nginguvusi Khumalo eThekwini.
Uqhubekile nokuphekwa ngembuzo umsesho omkhulu ecaleni lokubulawa kwayo nozinti we-Orlando Pirates Senzo Meyiwa. Ubrigadier Bongani Iindaba ubechazela inkantolo ukuthi amandla akhe ahamba phelele kuphi uma esemsebenzini.
Is it correct that your powers as you are occupying a rank of the brigadier in the South African Police Services are equivalent to those of a magistrate in terms of taking of statements, that is confession statements?
Yes, that is correct, my lord.
U-Advocate Nxumalo uqhubekeke wabuza uBrigadier Gininda ngengxelo ebhaliweyo awayenza ngomhla we-15 ngo-October 2023.
What was this statement about, Brigadier? Was it about the investigation that you've conducted leading to the arrest of accused number 2?
My lord, one will have to read this because I do know that during this process, one will have to read the entire statement.
Uhlabele Mgama wambuza kuba ngethuba ithatha lengxelo kumtyholwa wesibini ingaba umtyholwa kukhona omnye umntuna awamchazayo kuba naye uyabandakanyeka kugebengo likaMeyiwa.
Did he mention any other persons who were involved in the commission of the offense?
Mr. Mgomezulu, are you listening to the questioning? On behalf of your client.
May I request my colleague to withdraw the question?
U-Advocate Nxumalo ukwabuze ngokwahluka kweform awayisebenzisayo ubrigadier kumtyholwa wesine kuleyo yomtyholwa wesibini. Kulapho angenelele khona ujaji ngelithi uyaphi kanye nale mibuzo Advocate Nxumalo.
Why he did not use that form, that is the one statement form, when he interviewed accused number 2 on the 18th of June 2020. Basically, that is the question that I'm asking the brigadier.
No, you're talking at cross purposes. Did your client make a warning statement? This is a trial within a trial.
Inkundla enqunyanyisiwe kulindleke u-Advocate Mshololo aqhubekeke nemibuzo ngakwingqina uBrigadier Gininda. Obebhala kwindaba ze-SABC ndingundimphiwe Gift Nongotho.
Inkosi zemveli zomasipala wesithili saseKing Cetshwayo zihlabe ikhwelo lokuba urhulumente eze nesisombululo esinxabisekileyo sokunqandwa ukubulala kweenkosi nezibonda kwiphondo laKwaZulu-Natal. Zinkosi zemveli ezithe zabulawa ezingama-55 kweli phondo ukususela ngonyaka ka-2019.
Ubuholi bomdabu buneqhaza elimqoka ekuqinisekiseni uzinzo kanye nokuthula ezingxenyeni eziningi zesifundazwe kwaZulu-Natal. Inkosi uCebekhulu ithi sezibe ningi izigameko zokuzama ukuthatha impilo yayo. Inkosi uCebekhulu ithi uhulumeni kumele azame eminye imizamo yokuqinisekisa ukuthi ke amakhosi kanye nezinduna bayavikeleka.
Yabona lezi ikhundla ezimbili sobukhosi nesobuduna. Zikhundla imvamse nomsindo. Kwezinye izizwe uyafica ukuthi ubuduna bakhona buneyinduna ukuthiwa ezesibongo esithile akuphumi endlini kwabo.
Udaba lokuphepha kwamakhosi oseluhluphe kakhulu lapho umuntu egcine ezibuza khona ukuthi kanti ngempela uhulumeni wethu usondela nini kuthina asicabangele.
I-South African Local Government Association ithi ke lesihlava sokubulawa kwamakhosi kanye nezinduna sihambisana nobelelesi. Lenhlangano ithi ke angeke kube khona ukuthuthuka uma ngabe ke amakhosi engavikelekile.
Ukusebenzisana phakathi kwamakhosi kanye nohulumeni kuyasilekelela kakhulu. Kusilekelela kakhulu ngoba ixazululo ngempela singayithola ngokubambisana.
Kusenjalo umkhandlu iKing Cetshwayo District usuqalile ke ukwakha isakhiwo esizokubiza u14 million rand esokusetshenziswa amakhosi kanye nezinduna ukuthi aqhube umsebenzi wawo. Lesakhiwo kulindeleke ukuthi siphothulwe maduze. NginguSimphiwe Makhanya wezindaba ze-SABC ngiseshowe.
A verse, but I'm telling you a story. And our story is about how Jesus was tempted in the wilderness. Jesus was led by the Holy Spirit into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights. On the 40th day, the devil came up to Jesus and said to him, "It has been 40 days and 40 nights, enough for any man, but you are not any man, for
Yo, yeah. Usiphesanele Gamede uyintombazanyana eneminyaka eyisishagalolunye mbukeli ethanda uNkulunkulu ngenhliziyo yayo yonke. Ukholelwa ke ekutheni lesi isikhathi lapho izingane idinga uNkulunkulu ekuphileni kwazo ukuze ke ayiqondise futhi ayisize ezimelane nawo wonke amathonya amabi. Ukusabalalisa ke umyalezo wakhe nokuxhumana nontanga bakhe. Usavula isiteshi sakhe ke enkundleni yokuxhumana iYouTube esibizwa ngeBible Story Time with Siphesanele Gamede. Kanti ke mbukeli cha usivakashele ke namhlanje lapha e-studio ukuze phela azosixoxela kabanzi nanokuthi nje uNkulunkulu umsabalalisa kanjani axoxe ngoNkulunkulu kanye nathi naney'nkundla ke zokuxhumana. Siphe asikubingele sikamukele ke siso lapha ekhaya Jikelele.
Hello to all your viewers. Thank you for having me today. Today I am going to be talking about my YouTube channel, which you have already introduced, where I talk about the Bible, which is basically something important to me. And I made this YouTube channel because I thought that kids do not really, most kids are not close to God. Yes. So I made this YouTube channel so that I could teach kids the word of God in their way.
Oh, nah. You're so good. The kids are not so close to God. When I say you're so close to God?
As I say, I'm not so special. Most of my friends say I'm a celebrity now, but I say I'm still just like you. Just that I teach the word to you guys.
So who's teaching the word to you, my baby? Ekhaya ukhule kanjalo vele ekhaya niya esontweni ekhaya niyadumisa?
My grandpa is a pastor, yes. But I started early last year. I started watching the Bible, and it was something that got close to me. So that's why I started this whole thing.
Oh, nice. So I know that a lot of parents don't really like their kids to be on YouTube, etc.
Sure.
So how did you get and convince your parents when you know, Mina, I really want to do this and I like it?
Well, I didn't really have to convince my parents. I said the idea to my father, and he thought it was a good idea because I was starting to actually understand the word and the gospel. So he said, it's fine, we can start a YouTube channel. And I started on Metro FM. I advertised my YouTube channel, and look where I am now.
Oh, wow, Nana. And look at where you are now, indeed. So, why you think it's so important for kids to know about God, especially in this time?
Well, I think it's important because right now schools have opened already, and most kids are out in the world, they're out at school, and there's many things that the devil can use to tempt children. Like at schools, there's a lot of things that the devil can use to make children do wrong and misbehave and stuff like that. So I thought it would be a good time to start this now so that every weekend, maybe when the kids get time, they can watch the word and relate to it.
Oh, wow, Nana. So you start, what are the preparations when you're going to now maybe record an episode on your YouTube channel? You start with the word of the day?
I don't actually start with the verse, but I do prepare a verse. Sometimes it's a story, but usually I start by telling them what I am going to teach them today. Then I tell them about it, I tell them the verse of the day, and I tell them how they can put it into their lives.
I'm so amazed as I'm speaking to you, Nana. You're so, I don't know. Oh my God, you're so amazing. So tell me, so on this YouTube channel, Yako, do you only quote Bible verses or teach about Bible stories, or maybe do you also, like the way as I'm talking to you now, I can see motivational speaker somewhere here?
Motivational speaker, I probably take it from my dad.
Okay.
Because he is a youth life and a career coach. So I probably take that from my dad. But mostly in my YouTube channel, I talk about the Bible. And yeah, I do use terms that might relate to kids. So it's not always completely about the Bible, but the Bible is there.
Okay, so now I know what with kids at school, you know, as you were saying, that kids are not so close to God, you know, and you're so close to God, that's why you're teaching them. So what do they think? How do they receive you? Do they not make fun of you and think, you're not cool?
Oh, well, that happens in my school most of the time. My friends, most of kids, because usually at break, I start preparing what I'm going to record at home. I start preparing my verse and stuff. So usually kids would be like, why am I studying during break?
Oh, and you're not playing.
Yeah, am I crazy? Why am I busy staying in class? Why am I reading verses and stuff like that? But that's usually the people I hang out with, because like Jesus, he only stayed with sinners so that he could change them. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay with those who make fun of me and those who say that I'm crazy for reading the Bible so that I may change them.
Sissy. Yeah, so much wisdom and so much knowledge. So what's the name of your YouTube channel, and how can people access your YouTube channel if they want to watch?
Well, my YouTube channel is called Bible Story Time with Spesanele Gamete, and it's in the name. It's a time where we learn about the Bible and stories from it.
So how do you balance? Because I understand, as much as we love God, and it's a good thing for you to be teaching kids about God, but it's also important for your grades to be good at school and for you to pass. So how do you balance your time in preparing for your YouTube channel and also studying your books?
Well, usually I start with my studies because, yes, we put God first, but we also need to maintain the things here on earth. So basically I start with my homework, obviously. I do all my work. That's why usually I only do it on weekends where I have time. So, yeah, mostly in the week it's me and my studies, but on the weekend I do make time for God.
So what do you think it's so important to talk about God to kids at school? What are the issues maybe that you have seen at your school or in schools in general that you think, you know what, God, you must intervene?
There's a lot of things. Most kids sin at a young age. Like most of the kids in my school, they're only in grade 5, grade 6, and they're already starting to sin. Like they don't listen and stuff like that. And some even worse, they're so young, but they're already talking about the issue of boyfriends and stuff like that. So that's what I try to touch.
So that's when you intervene and tell them, this is what Jesus would do. This is what Jesus says.
Yeah. Well, I take it easy. I start being their friend, and every time they sin, at school I started my own little Bible clubs, and I gathered mostly sinners so that I could change them.
So it's like you also have like a Bible study type of set up at school. Do they come and listen to you?
Most of them do. Most of them. So far, I have 4. Most of them have issues with having relationships at young age, so that's why I mostly try
to... You know, I'm sitting here, I'm in awe. How old are you, Nana?
I'm 9.
You are 9, and yet you are so smart and so wise. So I understand that you're saying with your grandfather. Is it your grandfather that's a pastor?
Yes.
So now does he influence you? Like, are you inspired by him when you watch him preaching? Is it something that you want to do when you grow up?
Well, my grandpa did play a big role in my life when it comes to God, but that's basically not what I want to be when I grow up. But I do want to start preaching the gospel at my age, because when I grow up, I want to be a journalist.
Yes, my love, and you know what? You can do it. You can be a journalist and still preach at the same time.
True.
You can do both, and you can even use your journalistic, materials to preach the word to people.
True.
Oh, wow. Sissy. So what would you say, Jay, probably maybe to your peers, or what would you share with, or maybe before we let you go, maybe you can hit us with something, like maybe motivate us or give us the word of the day or something. I'm sure, look at all these people here. I'm telling you, they're all sinners. They do need the word of God.
Okay, well, I prepared Genesis chapter 6, verse 10 and 11.
Okay,
Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you may take your stand against the devil's scheme. That was Paul writing to the Ephesians at times where they were looking down at the Lord and they were like, this thing is not working. Then Paul wrote that letter to them, telling them to be strong in the Lord and take their stand against the devil's scheme.
So is that the message that you are giving to everybody, and to all the other kids out there, to stay strong in the Lord?
Yeah, my recent video talks about the armor of God. So that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to tell all the kids, no matter what circumstances you're in, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power.
Sipe, I think you're speaking to me, and you know what, I think all of us here, especially on this show, we're going through so much. We got some bad news and we are so sad. I think you telling us to stay strong in the Lord, it's just a sign from God to say, you know what, God is with you, don't give up. Thank you so much, my love, for coming to join us. We appreciate you. I wish you all the best. I love you already. I'm going to subscribe to your YouTube channel. May you continue in the Lord, and may God guide all your steps.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, baby, you must have a lovely day at school, ne?
Thank you.
Oh, guys, this is, I don't know. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Besikhuluma Mbukeli noSiphesanele Gamede, uyintombazana nje eneminyaka emincane kodwa izinto azenzayo zinkulu. Uvula iYouTube channel yakhe lapha ashara khona izwi lenkosi eshumayela ifundisa nje nama peers yakhe ngoNkulunkulu. I mean, all the time to be alive. Usisi akasasemncane kodwa so wise. Sibonga nabazali bakhe, sibonga nomkhulu opastor okuyena ke oshara naye izwi lenkosi. Mbukeli asisiqunga seyitolo, sizobuya emva komzuzwana.
Enkosi kakhulu Mbukeli ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele apha ekhaya Jikelele. Umuhlathi Moropo uphila ke isakhono sakhe sokuba ngumdlali kamabonakude nolinganisa ke igama elithi likwethu. Umdlalo ke uSkim Sam nokumdlalo baleseleyo apha eMzantsi Afrika kumabonakude. Lenzelelani ke yasePolokwane eLimpopo yaziwa ngabaninzi ngokulinganisa unyana kaCharles Kunutu kumdlalo uSkim Sam. Ukunye nathi ke namhlanje kumagumbi ethu osasazwe ukuze ke asikhanyise ngohambo lwakhe njengomdlali kamabonakude oseze ngobuso ezweni. Masikubulisa sikwamkele enkqubeni.
Sawubona.
Unjani?
Ngiyaphila wena njani?
Yabona njengoba nje ndaphoza bendithinza ubulisa ngesipedi so that sikwishisha.
Sikwishisha.
Kimkushisha.
Are you doing good?
I'm good. Unjani wena?
Nakeshap, akinamathatha.
Hayi asinamathatha. I mean you are part of the biggest soapies apha eMzantsi Afrika esizibukelayo ku-SABC 1, Skim Sam, unyana kaCharles. I mean, being on that big soapie with abantu abakhulu kangaka, khasixelele kunjani?
It's so nice. It's so overwhelming. Let me tell you, it's a dream come true. And I'm home. I feel happy to be there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like being next to legends like Butla Slapelo, Masibli Magoro, which is my father, Charles Kunutu. I'm so blessed. That's what I can say about being there as well.
Wow. I mean, udlala pha unyana kaCharles, ungumntana omncinci pha. Tell us about your role.
My role is so interesting because me and Charles were not like different. And when I found out that Charles Ubaba Wamine, I was so excited. I was so shocked. I was like, okay, now because of me and Charles, like we are the same. We bond. We do the same things. Like you understand. So when I got the role, I was so excited. I was so overwhelmed. I remember I was in class when I got the role. They called me because I was auditioning for Skim Sam for almost like 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Almost 6 years
almost
auditioning?
6 years auditioning for Skim Sam because I started acting when I was 10 years. Yeah, so I was trying my best and my luck, you know, but through the journey, you know, you get ups and downs and you get rejected and stuff. So when I got the role, I was in class, I remember. It was after my auditions and they've told me that I'm not getting any role. And then after that, after auditioning for almost like 7 years, imagine. And then I got a call, they were saying, congratulations from my agent, Vicky's casting agent.
Yay!
She was like, congratulations,
Yay.
you got the role.
Like,
I was like, hey, Bantu, what's going on? Imagine I've been in speedy class and the teacher is there. Shout out to my teacher. Which camera? This one. Shout out to my teacher, Mem Tutu. Like, you know, I was screaming. I was shaking. Everything was just like, I didn't believe it. I thought it's a scam on top of it. And I got a scam. And then I saw the email. Skim Sam, you know. Then I saw the email as well saying, Oyama, before he became our production manager, she was our marketing coordinator. Yeah, he like sent me an email and script. I was like,
Script. This is
real. I was like, what's going on now? Jiggy, I got calls. You'll be picked up next week, Friday after school. You're coming to Joburg. I was like,
coming to Joburg. So you were in a different province or you were still around? Or you were in Limpopo?
I was in Limpopo when I got the role.
I mean, the excitement and the passion, even today, it's like, it's a surreal moment. I believe in Angoku. You still pinch yourself. And I mean, Yaguva up in Dobana Uti 10 years. Uqale u-actor una 10 years and nangoku semncinci the way itsho ngakhona uthi no I've been auditioning for almost 7 years umuntu angathi umdana kodwa you're only 19 years so uqonda into yobana from 10 years ngoku una 19 years I mean getting into acting I mean how did that prepare you as an artist because njengoba usitsho into yobana there were ups and downs bekungamnandanga rejections ngapha nangapha how did that prepare you as an artist getting in the industry at a young age?
I'd like to thank God first, because He gave me the power to for everything, to give me the power to attack everything and every situation. And again, I would like to thank my teacher, my mentor, and may his soul rest in peace, Mahuma Paul Rapezwa. He taught me acting from a younger age. And it's so funny the way I went to his school because I went to see my cousins they were performing, like he just opened his school around Shiro and then they went to perform there. And my cousin called, come and watch the show. And I went there and I was like, okay, it's a show, it's a performance. Then when I was there, I was with my father. Imagine seeing people there acting, doing dancing and everything was like, no. That's me.
Yes.
That's me. I see myself there and I was telling my father, I was like, Papa, Kinyagoya, that's school and sale. So my father believed in me when I was still young. And then I was like, you know what, go to the school. And Paul Rapizwa, I wish he was here so that he can see this as well.
Yeah.
He's always in peace. The school was called Paul Rapizwa Institution of the Dramatic Arts. Yeah, so they helped me so much to be where I am today and to gain my confidence again and to be one of the best now.
Yes, the best of the best.
The best of the best.
Yes. Yes, I love the energy. I mean, the pressure is getting worse and worse because mntana uthethe kwaqala itafula. Nawe ngoku funeke jonga uphethe. I mean, we understand that you're also at school. I mean, how do you juggle between having to be on television?
I'm done. I passed my matric last year.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was not easy, telling you the truth. Being at school and being matric as well. Imagine having a storyline that needs all your attention. Its books need your attention as well. It was not easy, but through the grace of God and through everything, and through the people that I'm working with and helping me as well, and the team Skinsam as well, they were helping me throughout everything, and I'm so grateful for that.
I want to know about Pekandone Kitchen. What is next in Doni on the pipeline? What is the future looking like?
The future is too bright. Let me tell you something. The future is too bright. One thing about me, I'm a dancer, I'm a choreographer,
Best MC.
Best MC.
Hello now.
I even write it best MC. My bio writes that
Hello.
best MC. I'm looking forward for presenting as well, and then what? Maybe be featured on one of the best shows like Netflix this year. Maybe Showmax. You never know.
Ingazobiza ndithi mina uzabiza apha ekhaya.
Oh, Ekhaya.
Shini.
Sorry.
Wawela.
Oh, guys, no, but Eskim Sami, I'm growing with the show as well. The show is going bigger and bigger as well. The character as well. I'm bringing fire as well.
Yes.
And obviously I'm coming back with something else, an award this year. I'm gonna come back holding something, yeah.
Yes, you must come back to the show. Siqalele into yobana jonga lamazwi, my dreams are coming right, they are coming through right before my eyes, manifesting right before my eyes.
I manifested this character. Like, I was telling my mother that, you know, one day I'm going to be on Skim Sam, and they didn't believe me that one day I'm going to be in Skim Sam. So when I got the call back, they were like, Muswena turn back, but again, back then you said you're going to be on Skim Sam, I'm going to be on Skim Sam's again, I was on Bona Lap TV. They were like, look, now we are seeing it. I was like, the power of the tongue.
The power of the tongue.
Manifest and things shall happen.
Meaning that, you know what, show up in any situation like, you know what, I'm meant to be here. This is my time to shine. Abantu xa befuna ukukulandela ufumane kaphi?
Instagram, TikTok, and then Facebook as well as Mahlatsi_Moropo.
_Moropo. Thank you so much for joining us. Sikunqonelela okuhle kodwa kwimpumelelo yakho nakwinzame onazo. Utshilo into yobana umlomo uyadala, so zonke izinto ozitshile kule tafile yalapha ekhaya zizawufezeka. Utshilo wathi you hoping to score a presenting gig. Amathuba, you never know.
You never know.
That is your camera. Please link us to the break. Utsho kuba bukela into yobana jonga ningayindawo because we're going to get into the last hour of the show. Kutloba munati.
Okay. You know what to do. Let's Ekhaya lame. Don't touch that mode because of after the air break, we are still giving you more. But you know the vibes.
Titi, bote.